This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Asuma party penyufo and me no kase omunyina wa Santimante ma omuni party for across the 47 constituencies. Ebenya kita odie from Enakosi Fiada. Bisanya minshira ni Bambo emaomu. Na now we die mi say asembia. Let me say at the time I nyina ye tum say ye di kabima mi kebe ejuma asoman no. Ye nyina di ensa ko share krate bia ewo English abroach mu a eche say obi biara o di kabima mi kebe ejuma through the constitution enye through the barrel no. Ye wo eku a ye friend no Commonwealth of Nations omu nyina ebehwe say pepper yo ni tintini atentini ebe ejuma wo aman nyina so ema omo manfo benya gidie wo omo aban mu enti ye di yansasha ase as a member of the Commonwealth and nyama hu drop bebree na na efimba say wo man mu na say bibi koso na ufo say woman no mu unya the right platform to advance your case ubetimi di wasem alcohol ye wo enimdiefo akugudanfo ho a asem na odi bae no ommehwe the veracity say ahondi be na wasem no nyina so be na wum ebe ya asem ayeso mu di echi eko ye case ma wana so enye say odi wasem ko down keke na omosore a ombehwem and it depends on a lot of anamonto obetu as a cool individual or whatever. And as a political party from 2017 handed over power. So this time no yafanema bebremu in terms of the governance situations the judicial system and the way abina otisunu any year ediafa. And now we've taken it in good faith as a political party because this is not the first time I have opposition. But it do maybe now who say baby I say atintin nkra no ekoso no mo so mo ni ye binum emfa emra na so omudi adwuma na wo ho kwan se okoseki a higher platform to get redress. Enti enu ho anamontu na NDC through a general secretary yetu and uhwe krata na wangasa wo bi wo honuma on say ye state the various areas ye bunjuso eni niama akoso a enu nti a yetu anamono a ye de ne ho evidence abata ho enti ye hwe nim say the organization will look at the substance of the issue ayedi abomweni ahonde ewum a ebema say ombe di echi say ombe ye hwehwemu ansa na omo ben aban no any the various organs ya cite omo in the petition so they can come out with a verdict nyina be say ye wo case and any case. Nti ye de ye die sum anase ye mpaibo eni say nia ye hu nia ye kom nia ye manfo afem enu hu anamo na ye tu and we feel say that is the right platform we want redress of the kind of issues akoso for the past years at the courts before the presidents at the presidency, before the president himself and other areas, we want redress of some of these issues because Ghana's democracy is cited as a beacon of hope for the rest of the countries. Say your constitution, after having a checkered history from 1966 to 1992, constitution 2 even though maybe say na enimdiefo anka ho antro edwadifo a carpenter for. But for me, my understanding of nimdie obi a onya suehu na brabo mu nti obi a carpenter ni no otimi edi na adwimba na edi chọ constitution obi a tomatoes otomuntuma and others omutimi na di cheba na chọ constitution na etimi edi 30 years plus then it shows say every now and then no say etimi cause ankrofo no hokọ nya adwenkyerɛ mfembu ye man because the constitutions are yenya lawyer for akuku dam ne a doctor for ni the so called intellectual class roy no it never live the test of time asoja for too guye and nia ye say yenya nimdie for antro no omumum ye dia no yetimi aye dwuma be si ene nyina yetimi ka say we need a review ye pese baby mu yensesa. That is the beauty of democracy. And a baby man be brainano suaye. And he said, ne, and I'm on 2 bimu ni bimu a beto chima, Emma, people don't have hope in the kind of roadmap ayena. We all need to guard against it. A person this constitution should live and live forever for our unborn generations. Baby nyahu. Enti yenina yes Ghana benya fapim. Ghana benya fahudi. No matter the kind of situation you ever find yourself, be it economic, security, whatever. Man for benya ebe femunu, ye di yanu beka, ye be che ya dream, but will not temper with the kind of democracy we have. We will always guard against any form of violence in subverting the constitution and go through the ballot to change leadership. That is the hope as many of us and many Ghanaians have for this constitution. And for that matter, no, say nyame bi mu koso na efo say enye ebetimi di sebi bodam ahye obi adwimu obeye nia ense fatana. We need to speak against it now. You say 2-1 amo ene, and that is the step I as a political party you take. And we believe we have a case. We are looking forward for the Commonwealth Secretariat to determine the facts and the merits of the petitioner before them, and we will see the end result.
Okay. Me have 2 quick questions and sana makode so. Enti die na mo pese se Commonwealth Secretary tie mo asem ni nyina omunya den.
One man catch you say. We do petition ko mo hwe substance out the aba. Ahondi benewo. Now they have recommendations that they always make to the nation that a kunu an individual no efrim say nia ewe a charter muni nia muman for asite say yedi yomo a omubu njusu ni ombe take response from whatever areas are on my society. Based on that, the charter will determine whether there is fairness or there is no fairness, and then a way forward is track. Are you getting me? NTN say opuni any hunyanu guardian I society no. Baby a judicial lacuna say opuni di asem akoda court no ye di opuni akokot ye di na asem judge odi na asem wetu anamo abcd opuni bu anjuso opuni di akọ an apex court no determine the first verdict in favor of opuni AG echo review ye the other judges etna so omu teni verdict no the applicants feel say there have been an injustice on his part. So all these things, there are way of looking at what the merits are. 2, say, a member of parliament, you didn't accord down court, out AG now, or see international transaction, and unti or parliament. But currently, as we speak, on one health minister, I go through an international transaction without parliamentary approval wa admit of parliament and there AG no finding prudent, but a case that a deputy minister who on instruction of his minister SIN you are hauling him before court without any substantive merit, but is before a court but steps now AG take in going to court with this honorable member of parliament, we find it so weird, and we feel say we don't just wake up and act when you don't have the substance. I get it because say I know the court who the reliefs Abba say we waiting na odi nipa na ba court enti ombeyi na no, but uhwemu a utimu say this AG is not in court to determine any fact. He's just in court to just waste the time of somebody and try to get him in a certain whereby on man comfortability. All these things doesn't progress a nation, especially at the time this government is in a ditch that is calling for consensus, is calling for collaboration, but an AG has this kind of attitude doing this kind of things. How do you call me to a table for consensus when your AG is acting like this? And we believe all these things, having read the Commonwealth Charter, we believe we have a better steps to take in that area for a redress. So it's an unfolding situation. The issues are clear in our petition. In some now, even do so, and yedi a pen ACC paper so actual krate in some near clear. Ye him say near ewo mu krate mu e man who kwan say asem na e koso ye mema ye bunju so no ye fo say ye di ba mu anim na mo so mo hwehwem na mo di perperio aba e menyine ye kita o man pepepe no. That is where the issues are now. So it's an unfolding situation. Let's leave it for now, and then as and when it is developing, we can be drinking the soup around the fufu.
This FM 104.3 Good to meet